Hey guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. We're back on the Donnycraft SMP server. If you would like to join it, make sure that you join the Discord. Today, I decided to make an empire here on Donnycraft SMP. I'm going to be starting a new starter home. We're going to be starting our own empire. But before we do it, it is New Year's. Happy New Year's Eve, and we have a special event, a fireworks show. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! All right, I hope you enjoyed that fireworks show. I know it could have been a little bit more elaborate, maybe a little crazy, but remember, I don't have that much time in this game, and we are learning as we go. It was a lot of fun. Now it's time to set up our brand new starter house, so let's go get into that. All right, so first things first, we got to clear out the trees. Fireworks show was a success. Now we're going to move on to our build, but not before we chop down every tree in the near vicinity and chop down the trees. And we're going to need the oak, and we chop down the birch because we need it gone, even though we don't use birch, but we might use birch later. I don't know. I'll establish a boundary here and just a very basic starter base. I'm trying to design these things more functional. So my starter base is going to be like tiny, but I would love it to then be like expandable. So to be like a really small, simple room. And then expanding off of that to make it big and cool would be really easy. Little 9x9 torch area. This is where we'll put the actual home. And then all of this is going to be farms and building area. We'll expand our wall way out almost to the edge. Here we go. Whoop, whoop. Here we go, cows. Are there any cows? We'll play this good old-fashioned way. I think they're up here. I bet you they're up here. At least we'll get sheep enough for wool, and then we'll be able to make our... Oh, there he is. You're not going to escape from me, you forehead-looking idiot. You're not escaping from me. Oh, no, you don't. Haha. Now you're stuck. Come on, you two. Yeah. You're trapped now, idiots. Sorry, bud. I know. I had to trick you. It felt bad. I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all, dude. All right, one more cow. I'm feeling there's one over here. I got a strong inclination. So this is a cool-ass cave that is definitely getting explored at some point for Diamondos. Where's the cow? Where's the cow? I need one more fucking... Oh, yeah, baby. Come on, Bubba. I would totally get you chickens, but I haven't built your coop yet. It doesn't really matter. You're only for food and feathers. You can lead a chicken? Come back here, chicken. Hey, yo, chicken. Oh, well, whatever. I can lead you out. Literally. Come here. Here, we're going to breed right now, okay? We're just going to start with 2 of you. And we're going to get this thing going. And then chicken, you can stay here. Oh, look, you're already here. Great. Come here, guys. Yeah, just come up to the fence. I'll feed you. You can bang. I mean, you can have... relations. Now that my animals are coupling, we decided to work on our mine. We got to make a stone entrance to the mine. Got to look a little bit different than just a box. That is something I'm trying to get better at actively. We need way more stone, so let's get down there. Let's get this thing going. We're gonna want stairs, so we'll make a bunch of stairs and we'll build the stairs on the way back up. I actually really like going down into the mines, or at least just getting a strip mine going at the beginning, because first of off, it is the safest way to hunt from diamonds. But we threw the stairs in here. We made sure that we got down to the diamond layer, got our deep slate, and then we were gonna build a rail system down the side. But then I remembered that we just have teleport travel on this server, so I don't really know why I was worried about it. But as we know, the Empire is about granite, so we got to grab all the granite we find when we find it, and make sure we have enough for all the builds going in on this world. Stack of those. We need a stack of polished granite. Boom. Then we need some unfinished granite. I'm just going to make a bunch of glass. I don't know why I came over here to do this, to be honest, right now. This doesn't make much sense. Oh, because I thought there would be clay over here. There's got to be clay, right? Hey, you look like a nice guy. You want to get in this boat? Thank you. Really nice of you. Let's go. What do you say we get out of here? We did it. We caught a blacksmith. Yeah, I know. And it's not going to feel very good to be hidden. But, it's just kind of the burden we bear, bud. Oh, this is cobbled. What the hell? Have I been putting cobbled up the whole time? Is this all cobbled? I don't understand. Like, how did I switch to cobbled? Is this all cobbled? Is this what cobbled looks like? It is. So wait, if I put deep slate down and then remine it, it becomes cobbled, right? Well, what does it look like? It literally looks the same. Cobbled deep slate and deep slate they look exactly the same. They're the same. It's the same thing. Great. Yay. We got a walk. So I would love to get going on the house. So let's get going on the house. As I've kind of mentioned before, I think the theme of our empire the thing that we have a lot of here on the island is granite. And bricks obviously go with granite a lot with the same kind of color palette. Gives you a little bit of a variation, a feel of solidness in your structures. So I wanted to phase those in. And then we got a ton of oak wood right out of the gate. So I thought that we'd just start using a lot of the stuff we got while we were clearing our area in the island. Now, the things that I'm trying to implement, as I am very new to building in this game. Like, I've played a little bit of Minecraft, maybe 50 hours until I started doing this series total. But I really want to figure out how to make knot boxes. So we tried to give it an interesting shape at the gate. We tried to use wood as our accents. We tried to use the right click with the axe to strip the wood. We also tried to use a variation of different similarly colored palettes for the walls with the brick and the granite, and kind of the theme for the whole island is going to be there, as we're going to see in future videos. And then using trapdoors to give a little texture and make things not look as flat and smooth, obviously. So these are kind of the things I've learned just at the beginning, just like things that keep in mind as you start to get into building, as I am finding myself thinking about upgrading building a lot. So giving a little bit of texture to the tops of doorways, not necessarily always using doors, using trap doors to create little closet spaces, using trap doors on the top, using different kinds of trap doors, all kinds of stuff like that, things I wanted to phase into this build. So I think we should just go to a time lapse and we can watch the whole thing being built. As you can see, the roof is something gives me a little bit fits, and even since I recorded this like a week and a half ago, I've already gotten so much better with my builds. But I thought this would be interesting to have from a historical perspective, to watch how much I get better and how quickly it happens. So without further ado, here's the time lapse. So I just wanted to show off kind of how I decided, or how I kind of worked through from the bottom to the top. And then I want to, over the series of months and years, hopefully playing this game, I can show how I get better and go through this workflow and get a better idea. But you can see I put some trapdoors in there. I put some glass in there. We put some windowsills in there. We're trying to put exposed logs. I love the log being the structural integrity of buildings thing, and I've developed that even farther since I built this a week and a half ago. I'm way into fantasy series, books, and shows. I've read thousands in my life, and I can't wait to do some storytelling through my Minecraft building, because I can't write, and I've tried that before, and I think this is a great expression for having ideas and making it a reality in something that I have control over. So this is my starter build. This is my first ever house when I'm trying to create a cohesive build. This is going to become a city. I would love to develop this whole island at some point, but as you can see, this clunky little roof isn't the best thing ever in the world, and it's probably going to get cleaned up in the future, but here it is.
I really want to expose the end of these logs. I think they look great, and then in order to keep the texture going a bit, kind of give it a flat, that's much better. Maybe this is sticking out, jutting out a little bit too much. Give it a little bit of, still these gaps here that I need to fix. We don't need these corner ones are just a lot, right? This guy's too much, and this guy's too much. That just doesn't need to be there. God, that roof is so bulky. Look at this thing. What is this? What am I doing here? There is a spruce forest not too far into the wilderness here. We're going to go ham on some spruce. And we should probably make sure we get a bunch of variety of flower, because there's a bunch of flowers on this server, or on this island, which is great. My tendency is to just stop farming after about a stack or two, and I need much, much, much more than that. Ooh, lava. Scary. We're at 18 saplings, which is a pretty good place to start. Ooh, 19. Yeah, we got 50 saplings. We're great. So let's head back. Let's find a good spot. I kind of want to do it along the coast, to the north of the base. I have no idea if 2x2 is enough. Someone mentioned that earlier. This is me doing an experiment, because I'm trying to learn a lot of things about this game. Also, just kind of as I fly. I don't want to search everything. I don't want to have too much of a head start.
And as you can see, I do not know about the 2x2 spruce planting yet. I'd find that out a day or two later by amazing members of my community. But I wanted to work on the gates to the walls, because at first this wall was going to be like the outer wall of the whole city. It turns out to be not near big enough at that point, but I thought that making some pretty epic gates, obviously with that textured stone as best as I know how at this point to do, and build a main gate right at the front, kind of where I have it now, and then the side gate as well, because we would love to have, I believe it's south and west gates. Create a little arch here to give it a little bit of a kind of grandness, big. It was supposed to be the entrance to the whole city, right? So people joining or villagers joining or people coming to visit us in the city that I hadn't even named at this point, which I'm not even going to tell you what it is now because I know what it is at this moment, but it's going to be a secret for the next video. But yeah, we used a lot of spruce and then we actually used oak, and we, again, wanted to use a very easy way to change up texture is to right click and use the strip function of the axe. I love it because you can create this massive door look, but without having to have a massive door actually open. So there's actually just going to be a solo door down at the bottom that I actually walk through, but from the distance, it looks like a giant door, a giant, strong spruce and oak infused door. Very hard to take down with a battering ram, which is always important when you're creating a giant defensive door on a wall. So we did, we added the stairs in a little bit to give, again, blocks are great and all, but they sometimes get a little bit much. And then we threw in the spruce trapdoors, which are some of the better looking ones because it's got that band of iron at the top and the bottom, and it gives the extra little texture. Then we added in some slabs and some other stuff, and then we went and grabbed some acacia. Why? I don't know. I grew a couple acacia trees. I just think it's good to have a variety of wood, and then we grabbed some more spruce while we're at it. And when we then, as I have learned from my cousin-in-law and one of my favorite Minecraft YouTubers, one of the best builders on the internet, Flip, that connecting everything with roads is something that he really focuses on doing, and I love it. I love connecting the roads. It's something I'm going to do in my builds as well, really to bring everything together as if there are people living there and they are, traveling from place to place. I love that, and it's going to be something I add all the time. But again, here back, finishing the giant gate, throwing in some slabs, give it a little bit of texture. Again, I'm learning early about texture, very early in my process, but I've always loved lanterns as opposed to torches. It's definitely more quote unquote developed, and I like it a little bit better. Here I am learning about how you cannot continue the road underneath any doors, so we wanted to work on the floor here and give it a little bit of love, and so we added in the edge here with the brick. Again, brick is one of my favorite things to use. I love that it just has built-in texture. So we wanted to put brick around the edges, or at least under this, create some solid feeling areas, something a little bit more cozy. So it wasn't just wood to the walls. Instead, we have a little bay window there that we can put a little seating thing there. So it doesn't necessarily always need to be just straight planks in a checkered pattern all over to give it a little bit more character. And then the fireplace is also going to go in that corner. And then we worked in the kitchen. Obviously, you got to have your smoker, and you got to have your furnace, and you got to have all your cooking stuff in there as well. And then we threw some barrels up top for some storage, flip one sideways. And then the cool thing about these beams that I really like, and that I'm going to put in a lot of different places, is the ability to put lamps on top of them in a little gap. Then we wanted to work on the old table. No pressure plates here, though. Only trapdoors, because pressure plates, I hate walking by them and having them go off all the time. So I usually stick with it. And then we went over to the fireplace and to give it a little bit of using slabs and of different varieties, which is super cool. We started to create a chimney going up out of the roof. And actually, I wanted this one to actually open up to the top. And we finally got to use a little bit of gravel to give even more texture on our stone style place, and topped it with some brick. So it's a stone fireplace with some brick slabs on the top. You can also throw some stairs in there, give it a little bit more texture. Throw some more lanterns in there. Now we need to go get our carrots, because we got a few carrots from our villager early in the video, and we want to actually grow a lot of carrots to two things: feed our pigs and get the breeder going in maximum. And then, as always, we need some more clay in order to make more brick. We finished off the kitchen. We threw in some slabs. We dug out a little bit in the back to create a little stream, because terraforming is going to be something that I'm interested as well. It is another element. It's probably one of the hardest things I feel like to do in building, do well. And so this is my first attempt at creating just a little stream. I'm having a little water around and just making it so I don't have a 2x2 thing there just for some water. And then I created source blocks all the way through as well. So now the whole thing is a infinite water source, and I can grab. And then I just willy-nilly threw a bunch of random flowers around, because I don't know what I'm doing. But this is, at least I'm thinking along the lines of you need a little bit of landscaping when you have a house. And then I just basically tried to quote unquote zhuzh it up a bit, give a little bit of color. We got our orange bed, as you're going to see in future videos, that we have a color scheme going on here, as we are known for textiles as well as granite. We got to put the fridge in there, close the doors, and as always, we need more spruce because our little spruce forest that we ended up planting incorrectly, turns out it was ready to go. And then we started working on some lamps, or some street lights, sorry, rather. Those are also something I think you can add in to make it look good. And then I started to envision having a storage area, a storage shed, if you will, and started to actually just start organizing up my stockpiles of stuff, because as we start to work through this massive build, we're going to need a lot of things. But a lot of that is for the next time we get into it. And there you have it, my first attempt at a cool looking starter house that is actually themed based on something else. A lot of work to do, but I'm happy with the end result, and I'm so excited to see how much better we get over the coming weeks, months, and maybe even years. Who knows? But that completes our starter house, our first building in our empire. Let me know in the comments what else you would like to see in the new empire, and on the Donnycraft server, always know that you can join. You can join the Discord and possibly get in here and maybe play with us as well. And I'll see you next time here on the I Am Trevor May YouTube channel.